So we're just going to let our breath come into our practice. Just let things calm down, settle down a little bit. Start to feel your energy just getting balanced out. Feet really in good contact with the earth here. And then just allow your breath to deepen. So nice balanced exhales and inhales. So a nice deep exhale, belly button to spine, out through the nose. And then a nice slow deep inhale. And a couple more on your own. Exhaling deeply, belly button to spine, and then letting the breath fill you. And after your next exhale, just allow your breath to return to its normal pace. So we'll be working on physical balances, but we're also going to be balancing the hard and the soft of our practice today. Okay, let's get our stance nice and balanced here. So your feet are hip width distance apart, and then rock over to the right. Let your feet kind of roll up with you and rock over to the left. We're looking for the vertical center of our feet. That space right in the center. And then come back. And then just gently a little forward and back. Now we're looking for the horizontal center of the feet. And when you feel like you found that, just come back and feel all four corners of your feet just evenly pressing onto the earth. That's the standing balance. Inhale and exhale. Let's add the arms. Inhale, float the arms up, keep the feet grounded. And exhale, turn your palms out, release the hands by your side. And two more like that. Just inhale, reach, reach, reach. And exhale, start to get some energy flowing as you reach up and just release anything that does not serve you right now as you exhale. All right, we're going arms up, inhale, and gently twist to the side. Inhale, center, and gently twist to the other side, arms extended. We're not worried too much about the hips here. We're just opening things up. A lot of times we just try and keep the hips facing straight forward, but this is a little more gentle, very early in the practice. And open to the side. And one more time, each side. And open. And bring your arms up. Inhale. Interlace your fingers. Turn your palms up toward the sky. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. Now your feet, remember, are grounded. Inhale. And as you exhale, just tilt your body over to the right, keeping the shoulders stacked. And come center. Inhale. Exhale, tilt the body over to the left. We're starting to open the outer body here, the sides, rib cage. One side and then the other. Always keeping in mind that your pace is your pace, right? That you can spend an extra breath in a pose if you get someplace and you feel like you really love being there. The next time you're up, inhale, reach way up, and then exhale, draw the arms down and bring your hands to your thighs. We're going to go into the cats and cows here. Arching the back to look up and rounding the spine to gaze towards your lap. Moving in and out, arch and round. The head is moving last. Lower spine to upper spine. Anybody been sitting a lot today? Does this feel pretty good? Next time you're rounded, gazing towards your lap, hold here, tuck your chin, and then just roll your hands up your thighs, roll your shoulders back a couple of times, and forward a couple of times, and come back to equal standing mountain pose. Inhale and exhale. So let's feel the energy moving through now that you've got things moving. Inhale and exhale here. Standing balance. All right, shake it out. So the legs are very important, strong legs, very important in a balance. So let's start moving into some chair poses here. The feet are still hip-width distance apart. The hips set back, tuck under, draw your arms up to shoulder height. Sit a little deeper and draw your arms up by your ears. Inhale and exhale. Now reach up as you straighten your legs. Inhale. As you exhale, bend your knees and hips. Bring your hands down. Tuck the hips back as you roll the arms shoulder height and then up. Okay, where's the weight? It's behind you, right? What can you wiggle right now? Your toes, right? Yep, thank you. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. And then come back into chair. So now we're going to pulse this chair. We're going to go pulse, 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 and stand up, bring your arms down by your side. All right, start to feel the legs a little bit here. We're going to go back into that chair so we can sit right into it. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Now take your right heel up as you bring your arms down by your side. Straighten your left leg. Yep. Go back into your chair. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Left heel up, arms down by the side. And back into chair. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Both heels up, arms down by your side. If you're read by email, you know fix your gaze right now, right? All right, go ahead and bring your heels down, arms overhead, stand tall, and release. Everybody good with that? So the heel lift is one option, knee lift is our next option. Sit in your chair, and we go pulse, pulse, pulse. Now we're going to bring the arms down, lift the right heel, and maybe lift the right knee. Oh, there you go. Right foot down, chair, pulse, pulse, pulse. Lift the left heel, maybe left knee. And pulse, 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 and double heel. And take it down. Okay, one more round. We're going to go right heel or knee, left heel or knee, double heel. Ready? Pulse, pulse, pulse. Take it up on the right. Take it down. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Take it up on the left. Take it down. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Double heel. Woo. And release. Arms long and shake it out. All right. Good leg strengthener there, right? Important for your balance. Good leg strength. Okay, so let's go ahead and come to the top of the mat. We'll start at the top of the mat here. Inhale and exhale. Find your standing balance again, right? Feet connected to the earth. You're at the center of your feet. We found vertical and horizontal center. Inhale, float the arms up, and with soft hips and soft knees, exhale, swan dive. Now softly float up. We're going to inhale, and again, soft hips, soft knees, swan dive. Take opposite hand to opposite elbow, and take a little ragdoll here. Nod your head yes and no. We've been working on the legs a little bit in chair, so let's come back to center, quiet all the movement. Start to straighten your legs as you allow your forearms to just melt a little closer toward the earth. Inhale and exhale. Bring your hands to your thighs, press your hips back, look up, half lift. Exhale, bring your hands down and just step yourself back to down dog. One foot and then the other, inverted V, fingers spread wide. Inhale and exhale. And then just walk your dog here a bit. Come back to center, bring the knees down, and sit off to the side. We're going to find a seated balance here. So go ahead and hips equally, sit bones equally on the mat. Sit up nice and tall, flex your feet. You're in seated mountain pose. Inhale and exhale. So equal standing, equal sitting here. Okay, great. Inhale and exhale. Well, now we're seated. We're in a great position to do some nice core work because core helps keep you balanced. So go ahead and bend your knees. I know. Feet are hip width distance apart. Good segue there, wasn't it? Almost like I planned it that way. All right, here we go. So we're going to lean back, find core engagement. Okay? Make sure that your core is working, your spine is long, and take your arms forward. We're going to keep the body in this position and only move the arms. The arms open, and they come back to shoulder width distance. The arms go overhead, and then they come back forward. Okay, are you feeling this? Open, yeah, you feel, and up, forward, and up, and down. Let's add a leg option here, okay? Open your arm, take your right leg up. If you hate that, bring your right foot down and leave it there. Bring your arms forward, tap your right toes down, arms overhead, take your right leg up, woo, and bring your arms forward. Let's try it on the left. Arms open, left leg up, and tap, arms overhead, left leg up, and tap down, and release. Any questions about that? We're going to go 4 on each side. Ready? Okay? All right. So we find core engagement, take the arms forward, inhale and exhale. Starting on the right, arms out, right leg up, arms forward, toes tap down, overhead, leg up, tap down, 3 more like that. Open, tap, overhead, tap. Nothing's moving except your arms and your right leg. Tap, up, and tap. 1 more, open, tap, and up, tap, and take a little breather here. 3, 2, 1, here we go to the left. Lean back, core engagement, open, left leg up, tap, overhead, and tap, 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 and bring it in. Okay, inhale and exhale. So we're going to do the obliques now. For the obliques, we start sitting straight up, arms forward. Inhale, and as you exhale, draw your right arm back, left arm forward, lean into it, and come up. Left arm back, right arm forward, and up. You want to add a leg, right arm back, right leg up, and in. Left arm back, left leg up, and in. Right side, and in. Left side, and in. Right side, and in. Left side, and in. This time when you go to the right, stay here. Hold, 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 nice and strong. And release, yeah, left side. Hold, 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 nice and strong. And release, just let it go. All right, everybody good? So what else is important? important for balance. We've got strong legs, strong core. We need the hips to be nice and flexible for us, right? So let's work on the hip flexibility a little bit here, okay? All right, so come into your seated, easy seat, right? And take a breath here. Inhale and exhale. We're going to lift the arms overhead, lean back, raise one foot and then the other here. Inhale and exhale. Since we're focusing on hips, let's all have the right ankle crossing over the left ankle. Turn your palms forward, inhale, and as you exhale, draw your arms long and bring your hands away from you, gaze past your fingertips. You're going to start to feel your right hip open here, yes? Arms up, feet up, left ankle over right, palms forward, and draw the whole body forward. And again, arms up, feet up, cross, and down. If you're feeling comfortable, just go for it. Arms up, feet up, cross, and down. Find a nice pace for you. Warming up the hips. And the next time you come up and your right ankle is crossed in front of your left, hold here. Inhale, turn your palms forward. This time we go down and hold, hold. Send your breath into your right hip. Can you feel it? Your right hip is starting to release even more for you. Inhale and exhale. Look past your fingertips and then walk your hands 2 steps over to the right. Inhale, look up, and exhale, melt over your right leg. Keep your spine long. Don't melt by curving. Just keep your spine long. Walk your right fingertips away from you so you get more length in your right side. And then walk your hands through center and 2 steps over to the left. And this time walk your left fingertips away. Keep your spine long, your gaze past your fingertips, and just feel that right hip releasing. Bring your palms forward, and then long arms, reach up, bring the feet up. Change the cross of your ankles. Now the left ankle is in front, palms are forward, inhale. Exhale, take it down, long reach, straight spine, gaze past your fingertips, and you probably feel your left hip now, right? Correct? Inhale and exhale. Keep the spine long, keep the breath moving. Walk your hands 2 steps over to the left. Walk your left fingertips away from you. Bring your hands back through center and 2 steps over to the right. And walk your right fingertips away. And walk your hands back through center, arms overhead, feet up. Inhale and exhale. And go ahead and bring your hands to heart center. Uncross your feet. Inhale and exhale here. So let's find balance on all fours now. Remember, if you need extra padding, you can put a blanket or a pillow under your knees. We're coming to table. Knees under hips, wrists under shoulders, fingers spread wide. Spine is in neutral. This is the tabletop. Feel your weight spread between your hands and your knees here. So nothing is more is heavier than anything else. The weight is evenly spread. Inhale and exhale. Now take your right leg straight back, tuck your toes. And I did mention the feet in that email about balance. We're going to give the feet a little massage here. So press your heel back and roll over your foot. Press back through the heel, roll over the foot. massage there. Bring the right knee down, left leg back, toes tuck. Heel back, roll over the toes. Heel back, roll over the toes. And then press the heel back for a second and hold. And bring the knees down. Go ahead and sit up on your knees and just shake out your wrists a little bit in case they got a little aggravated there. Wiggle your fingers. Now we're coming back to hands and knees. Okay, so remember, it's still an equal balance, 2 hands and 2 knees. Now we're going to change that. We're going to take the right leg straight back and then lift it to hip height. Now slide your left hand forward and take your left arm up by your ear, and you're balancing on 2 points instead of 4. Release the hand and knee back down. Take your left leg back, hip height, right arm up by the ear, 2-point balance from a 4-point balance, and release. We're going to move that balance now. So take your right leg back, slide your left arm forward and up. Keeping the leg and arm straight, tap down, lift up, tap down, lift up. Your goal here is to stay balanced between the right hand and the left knee. We're not trying to fall over to the left or to the right. We're staying balanced. Tap down, lift up. Now when you bring your hand and knee down, have them touch the mat at the same time as much as possible. All right, ready on the left. Left leg up, right arm slides forward and up. Keeping the leg and arm straight. Tap down, lift up. Maintaining balance on your right knee and left hand. You went from a 4-point balance to a 2-point balance. Hold it up. When you bring your knee and hand down, have them touch the mat at the same time. Inhale and exhale. Okay, was there any particular part of the body that helped you a lot with that lift and lower? The core. Yeah. When in doubt, that's always the answer, right? All right, let's take the arms forward, big toes together, knees wide apart. Remember, we already loosened up the hips. Let's find child's pose here. Oh, take your favorite version, whatever feels the best to you right now. Nice child's pose. Make sure your head is supported with something, right? If it doesn't touch the mat, just make a pillow with your hands or your fists. All right, before you come up, just take another moment to wiggle around the fingers, roll the wrists one direction and the other. Bring your arms long in front of you if they're not already there, and find your way to downward facing dog. Now in this down dog, we're going to think about 2 hands and 2 feet, equal weight distribution between everything here. We're not leaning into the hands, okay? So we're equalizing the weight distribution between 2 hands and 2 feet. Inhale and exhale. And then take your favorite journey, feet to the hands. If you want to walk, you walk. Big steps, you big step. Hop, you hop. Okay, whatever is there for you today. Hands to the thighs, half lift. Forward fold. And float the arms out and up, palms touch. And hands come heart center. And we're back to equal standing. So find your mountain pose at the top of your mat. Inhale and exhale. All right. So we're going to work on our sun salutations now. Okay, not a whole lot at the beginning because we'll be working a little bit in the down dog, right? Playing with our balance in down dog. So here we go. Exhale, mountain pose here. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Your legs are straight. We don't care if the hands touch the mat or your legs. Swan dive here. Bring your hands to your thighs, hips back, look up, half lift. Exhale your hands down and find your way to a plank. In plank, your knees could be up or down, your fingers are spread wide, your weight is nicely distributed. You've got 4 points of contact, whether it's 2 hands and 2 knees, or in which case it might be, the feet are down, but they're not supporting, okay? Or it could be 2 hands and 2 feet. Okay, here's your plank. Inhale and exhale. If your knees are up, roll onto the tops of your toes, elbows back, you chaturanga down. Everybody chaturanga, knees down is fine. Okay, hands under the shoulders. We're going to roll the shoulders toward the ears, down the spine, lifting into cobra with very little or no assistance from the hands. And release. All right, so you can either go table to down dog or hands under the shoulders, keep your knees down, press yourself halfway up, press the rest of the way up, you're in knee down plank, tuck your toes and lift, down dog. Table to dog is also good. Inhale and exhale. So now arrange your weight, right? You've got 4 points of balance here. Float your right leg up. Try and keep your weight evenly distributed between the 3 points that are on the mat here. And bring your right foot down, okay? Inhale and exhale. We're going to bring the right leg back up, and we're going to tap it down and up a couple of times. Remember, we just did this with the knee down. That's always an option. Hold the right leg up, and then take a big step forward with the right, followed by the left, and walk up to the top of your mat, half lift, forward fold, and float the arms out and up, palms touch, and hands come heart center. All right, any questions about that? Everybody good? Okay, I want to review one thing about the arms in chaturanga here. Okay, when you're here or your knees are down, see how my elbow creases are forward? They're not going out to the side. Elbow creases are forward. You do that by rolling your shoulders and take it down. That brings it to a triceps move rather than a biceps move. Okay? All right, mountain pose. Inhale and exhale. Feeling balanced, right? Float the arms up, inhale. Exhale, swan dive. Go ahead. Yep, keep going. Hands to the thighs, half lift, look up. Hands down. Find your way to plank. Knees up or down. Either way is good. Now, in this plank, you've got 4 points of balance, right? 2 hands and 2 knees, or 2 hands and 2 feet. Either way, just raise your right leg just a little bit. Try and stay balanced and release. Raise your left leg and release. So in the knee up version, it's the foot raise, right? Now roll your shoulders so that your elbows are facing forward. Chaturanga down, nice and strong. There are those triceps that we work so hard to make them beautiful, right? Hands under the shoulders, shoulders toward the ears, down the spine, look up, cobra, release, and find your way to down dog. Table to down dog is always great. Knee down plank to down dog is always great. Inhale and exhale. Staying in table sometimes is the best thing for you rather than down dog, right? So let's get balanced here. 4 points of contact. Left leg up. Balancing 3 points of contact. Take the leg down. Reestablish your balance. Left leg up. We tap down and up. Tap down. Take it up. Tap down. Take it up. Tap down. Take it up. Big step forward with the left foot. Followed by the right. Come the rest of the way to the top of your mat. Hands to the thighs, half lift. Forward fold. Now, in this forward fold, hold here. Imagine that your lower body is just one big block of concrete. Your upper body is one big feather. Float the arms out and up. Float it up. Palms touch. And hands come heart center. And you release. So there's that balance between hard and soft, that whole duality that we find a lot of in our practice. All right, roll out your wrists, shake it out. Inhale and exhale. Whew. One more sun salutation. We good? Yeah. All right, here we go. Mountain pose at the top of the mat. Remember, keep using your knees, right, as much as you want to. Mountain pose here. Float the arms up. Float, float, float. Now float down. Float, float, float. Swan dive. Hands to the thighs, knees back. Look up, half lift. Hands down. Find your plank. Knees up or down. Strong plank here. Okay? 4 points of balance. Take your right leg or right foot up. Reestablish your balance. Bring it down. Chaturanga. Cobra lift here. Release. Find your way to downward facing dog. Right leg up. 3-point balance here. Inhale and exhale. Step forward with the right, followed by the left, top of the mat, half lift, forward fold, floating, 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 reverse swan dive, palms touch, hands come heart center. You're gonna like this, keep going. Hands come through heart center and you go way back down, there you go. Half lift, forward fold. What happens next? I forgot. Step back to plank. Plank, plank, plank. Knees up or down. Chaturanga. Do your cobra. Downward facing dog. 4 points. Nice and balanced. Left leg up. Rebalance on 3 points. Big step forward left. Followed by right, to the top of your mat, half lift, forward fold, and float the arms out and up, palms touch, and hands come heart center, and release. All right, so 2 nice warming, strengthening, flexibility building, sun salutations. We're going to meet the nice cousin of the sun salutation in a little while, okay? That's the balance between the hard and the soft of our practice. The sun salutation, little challenging, right? The moon salutation, a little more flowy, a little more fun. All right, so here we are. Let's work on just regular balance here. Okay, we did this already with the chair. We were lifting heel, we were lifting knee. Okay, so you already have a sense of how your balance is today. Find your feet hip-width distance apart. Lift your toes, spread them out, bring them back down. Okay, so we want the feet to be big, right? Think about your feet in flats and sneakers, your balance, how that is, versus if your foot was crunched up in a high heel, right? You have much better balance when your foot is big. So keep the foot big, okay? All right, so we're going to take a nice inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Just let go. And then we're going to find a spot that isn't moving, right? And as you move in and out of this balance, if your foot taps down, just let it and come back, right? We're not going to struggle to keep our balance. We're going to just allow the balance to happen. So hands to hips, right foot to the ball of the foot, and then just float your right knee up. There it is, we've been here. And then bring the foot down. Now if your foot came up and down a bunch of times, that's fine too. Okay, left heel up, and float the left knee up. And release. If you prefer to be near a wall, near a chair, or on a firmer surface, go ahead and move there. We're going into sun and moon pose. So we're going to float the right knee up, float the left arm up, and let the right fingertips face down toward the earth. We're super long on the left side, nice and balanced. And release. Ooh. Let's try that on the other side. Left knee up, right arm, left fingertips point down. Super long on the right side. Right foot is grounded. Inhale and exhale. Nice. And release. All right. Everybody okay with that so far? Okay. We're going to do that one more time. This is what, if you're feeling like it was very unchallenging for you, I want you to check and make sure you're not doing this. Have your ankle under your knee. The body wants to throw this foot back because that will give you more stability. This will give you more challenge. So just something to think about. Ready? We're just going to go right ahead. Right knee, left arm. Take it in stages. Think about your ankle being under your knee right now. Yes, beautiful. And release. Left knee, right arm. Perfect. And release. Ooh, shake it out. Okay, and then come back to center. And feel that wonderful sense of balance. Inhale and exhale. All right, you ready to meet the nice cousin of the sun salutation? It's called a moon salutation. Most of you have done this already, okay? Inhale and exhale. Everybody knows triangle, right? Triangle, pyramid, we're going to be doing that. Does anybody have questions about triangle, pyramid? Okay. All righty. Mountain pose here. Remember, this is the fun cousin of sun salutation, so have a little fun. Arms overhead, and we sway side to side like a daisy. Sway and sway. Now step the legs wide apart with the toes facing out, arms overhead. Bend at the knees, elbows in. We're in moonflower here. Then we're going to straighten the arms and straighten the legs, 5-pointed star. Turn your right toes forward, left toes in, arms out. We're in triangle prep. Reach forward, let the right hand come to the right leg and come to triangle on the right. You can be looking at your right foot, the center of your room, or your left fingertips. Inhale and exhale. We're going to take this left hand gently to the right leg. Now bring your gaze to your right toes, and we're in pyramid. The front leg is straight, right? We're not pressing on it. The hands are just resting on it. Now bring your left arm back up to triangle, and come on back up. Turn the toes out again, 5-pointed star. Elbows to waist, knees bend, step together, and sway like a daisy. Sway and sway, and release. All right, did that all make sense? Everybody good? Some of you want to be daisies for the rest of the summer. I can see that over there. Yes, that feels pretty good, doesn't it? All right, any questions? Everybody good? All right, we're going to do it to the left this time. So arms overhead, inhale, and just sway and sway. Now step your legs wide, toes out, elbows down, knees out, moonflower, 5-pointed star, left toes forward, right toes in at an angle, move into triangle. Little flowy here, triangle. Take your right hand gently to your left leg, gaze towards your left toes, right arm back up to triangle, reach back up, toes out, 5-pointed star, moonflower, step together, and daisy, and daisy, and release. All right, ready to do that again? Everybody has that now? We're not going to stop in the middle. We're going to go to the right, then to the left. Feet are hip-width distance apart. Take a nice breath. Sweep the arms up, inhale. We're going daisy and daisy. Step wide, moonflower. 5-pointed star. Triangle prep to the right. Reach forward, right side triangle. Left arm gently to the right leg, pyramid. Arm up, back to triangle. Who wants to do this just for fun? Bring the arms here for core triangle. Yeah, there we go. And take the arms overhead, turn your toes out, 5-pointed star. And, yep, moonflower is next. Step together. We're going daisy, and open, moonflower. 5-pointed star, triangle prep to the left, triangle. Here we go. Right hand gently to the left leg for pyramid. Right arm back up for triangle. Arms out, core triangle. Lift up, toes out, 5-pointed star, moonflower, step together, and sway. Oh yeah, sway, and release. All right, so moon salutation, sun salutation, moon salutation. How'd you like that? Good? All right, everybody feeling nice and kind of loose and limber and happy and everything? Nice and balanced, good balance? Everything working all right? All right, so let's take a couple of breaths here in this nice balance, and we'll do a couple of wide-legged forward folds with all 10 toes pointing forward today. So take your legs wide, all 10 toes are forward. Bring your fingers to your index fingers to your hip creases. Inhale, just look up gently, and as you exhale, you're folding with a straight spine right over those hip creases, and then let your hands come down. They might touch the mat, they might touch your legs. Either way, you're in a wide-legged forward fold and your head is hanging. Inhale and exhale. Just let the backs of your legs release all the way up through the glutes. Now float your hands back up to your hips. Come halfway up. We're going to make sure to take a breath here. Take your arms out to a T. Take your arms by your ears. Lower body is made of cement. Upper body is made of feathers. Float the arms up. And hands down by your side. Okay, one more wide-legged forward fold. This time we're going to have the hands behind us. So Inhale the arms up. Exhale, either clasp your hands, or if that's too much for your shoulders, just put your hands on your hips. Inhale, look up. Exhale, folding, same hip creases, long spine, fold forward. Your hands could stay on your back, or they might come up. If that's you today, that's between you and the front of your shoulders, right? Bring your hands back down to your spine, hands to the hips, come halfway up, arms out to the side, arms forward by the ears, and we're floating. Float it up and release, and step your feet together and shake it out. So if we think that coming up from here is going to take a lot of effort, it takes us a lot of effort, right? If we think that coming up from here, the body's floating up, it feels floaty, right? Have you experienced that difference, right? The mind is controlling what's happening. So I just want to point that out, give you something to think about, right? Maybe something that you're really struggling with maybe can be more easeful for you, just with a shift in perception. Take your feet hip-width distance apart. Mountain pose at the top of your mat. And that includes like struggling to maintain your balance, right? We want to be easeful to help maintain that balance. Take another breath. Now float the arms up, inhale. Exhale, swan dive. Remember your hip creases? They're still there. Bend from the hip creases, not from the waist. Hands to the thighs, hips back, half lift, look up. Exhale, hands down. We're going to step back to a plank. Knees up or knees down in your plank. Another opportunity to feel that nice distribution of weight, even, even. Okay? And then go ahead and just bring your knees down if they're not already down. And set your hips back. Extend. We just want to release the hips a little more. Remember, we're balancing the hard and soft, so we're going to go into a second child's pose, just for a nice little treat here. And then come up to table, sit off to the side, and take your legs forward. So we're coming back to a nice seated balance here. Inhale and exhale. Okay. And we'll go ahead and do a little half Lord of the Fishes twist. So go ahead and bend your knee, your right knee. Your right foot is right now on the inside of your left thigh. And your hips are nice and in contact with the mat here. Okay. Now take your right foot outside your left leg. If you can keep your hips even on the mat, you do this twist from here. If one hip is lifted, if your right hip is lifted, take your right foot back to the inside of your left leg. Make sense? Everybody good? Right, left hand to the right knee, arm up and back. Inhale, lengthen your spine, flex your left foot. Exhale, twist to the right. We're twisting toward the right, and then maybe that left elbow comes outside the right knee. Every time you inhale, you lengthen your spine. Every time you exhale, you move a little deeper into your twist. Turn your gaze toward your right shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Keep your body in this position. Inhale, and on your next exhale, slowly turn your gaze towards your left shoulder and back towards your right shoulder. And then slowly unwind. Help your right leg back to straight. Give your legs a little shake. Other side, we start by putting the left foot near the right hip, about a hand's width distance away, and grounding the hips. Now, take your left foot outside the right leg. If your hips are still grounded, leave your foot here. If they're not, bring it back. Sit up nice and tall, flex your right foot, right hand to the left knee, Left arm back by your hip. Inhale, exhale, twist. And if it's you tonight, maybe that right elbow comes to the outside of the left knee. The most important thing is keeping your spine straight. We don't lean back to go deeper into the twist. The spine is straight. Turn your gaze towards your left shoulder and keeping your body where it is. As you exhale, turn your gaze towards your right shoulder, back to the left, and then unwind, uncross your legs, give them a nice little crazy shake. Inhale and exhale. And go ahead and bend your knees. Oh, Jan, you don't have your mic on, but I forget what you said earlier. You said boat, and then you said something else that you wanted to do. What? Pigeon. Okay, good. All right, thank you. Okay. Yeah, well, we got the core, right? So let's take the arms forward and prepare to roll down, roll down, roll down. Since we wanted some nice, juicy, open hips, and we've been working on that, let's treat ourselves to the reclined pigeon. Go ahead and take your right ankle across your left thigh. Flex your right foot and draw your left leg in. Right hand through the legs. Hold on to your left leg. Keep your right foot flexed. Keep your left knee in line with your left shoulder. And send your breath happily to your right hip as it just expands, releases, and thanks you. And now go ahead and extend your left leg. Point and flex that foot. And circle one direction and the other. Nice little release for the ankles here. Bend your left knee, release your leg, uncross your legs, bring both feet to the mat, and just let your knees open and close a couple of times gently. Now we move to pigeon. Using the left ankle across the right thigh, left foot is flexed, right leg comes in, hold on to your right leg. Your right knee is in line with your right shoulder. The left hip is happily opening and releasing for you. Send it some breath and just breathe. And then take your right leg straight up, point and flex. And circle. Circle the other direction. And then go ahead and bend your right knee, uncross your legs, both feet to the mat. Open and close your knees gently like butterfly wings. And come back to center. Let's take a nice long inhale, arms overhead, legs long, and as you exhale, draw your knees in, give yourself a hug, and rock from side to side. Go ahead and bring your feet back down to the mat. Keep your knees bent for a few moments. It's kind to your spine. Hands by your side, and just go ahead and make a gentle fist and extend. Wiggle the fingers. Rotate the wrists one direction and the other. And then bring your hands back down and just let your head gently move from side to side. Release that neck a bit. Nice gentle movements with the head. Okay, bring it back to center. Couple of nice lion's breaths here. So nice deep inhale, scrunch, scrunch, scrunch. And as you exhale, let it all go. And nice deep inhale, scrunch, scrunch, scrunch. Exhale, let it go. And then just feel your body on the earth. So start to feel all the points that are touching the earth. Even everything out, balance everything out, scan your body, see if anything else needs to move as you take your final relaxation position for tonight. Take a position that's kind to your spine, and once you get into the place where you can hold for a few minutes without feeling the need to move, just check and make sure your body is evenly distributed on the earth. And now we're going to inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, and exhale through the mouth. Just release your body onto the earth and move into your final relaxation. So slowly begin to bring your awareness back to your space. Allow your breath to deepen. As you inhale, draw your arms long overhead. Exhaling, draw your knees in, give yourself a hug. And find your way over to a side and back to a nice, easy seat. As you turn your gaze to your own good heart and your bright spirit, thank and honor yourself for your practice, and we thank and honor each other for sharing this time. Namaste.